Welcome back to Letters from Home. Today's letter isn't from a lover or a friend. It's from a mother, writing from the same kitchen table she raised him at alone. My sweet boy, the house is quieter without you, but your room still smells like your old cologne. Dante asked me why I keep smelling your pillow. I still make too much food for dinner, still fold the laundry like you're coming back tomorrow. I watch the news with my hand over my heart, whispering your name every time they say conflict. Your photo is by the window. I talk to it, doesn't talk back. But I think you'd smile at the things I say. I want you to know something. No matter what happens, you've already made me proud. Not because you're in uniform, but because of who you are in your soul. Now be safe. Come home to me.
No.
Your dinner will be warm, and so will my arms.
No.
Because the strongest armor is a mother's love. But today's letter was inspired by all the mothers who have children fighting in this war. You guys probably don't think about us moms very often. We're not really part of the narrative, I guess. So today we wanted to honor them. Thank you to one of our supporters for sending this letter. If you would like to send an original letter to letters@thedieline.com, we may read it here. Our only request is that you include a little bit about where the inspiration for your letter came from. If you don't feel comfortable sharing that with us, we totally understand. We just thought it might be interesting for other people to hear, what inspired your story. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Letters from Home. Today's letter is from a mom, and these are some words for her son. Mom's staring at the wall. She says nothing has changed in this house since you left. The furniture is the same, the plants are the same, even the biscuits in the jar on the counter are the same. She thinks about calling you, but then she remembers you can't receive calls at this hour and puts the phone down. The silence is deafening. Nothing has changed in this house since you left. She walks into your room and finds herself enveloped in the scent of memories. Your clothes still hang in the closet, folded neatly, as if you've just stepped out for a moment and will be back soon. She reaches out, touching the fabric, inhaling deeply. There's your favorite t-shirt, the one with the holes at the elbows, a testament to countless hours spent playing your guitar. And there are your combat boots by the door, so shiny, so new when you got them. A tear rolls down her cheek as she kneels beside your bed. It's covered with photographs, Polaroids, reminders of times shared, of smiles and laughter. She traces the contours of the medals on your dresser, each one a badge of honor, a story waiting to be told. And in the mirror across the room, she sees a reflection of herself, older, thinner, her eyes filled with worry and pride. It's been 438 days since you went away. Sometimes she loses track of time. Days turn into weeks, weeks into months. She keeps busy, throwing herself into her work, taking long walks by the lake, talking to friends. But when the sun sets and the house grows quiet, the silence returns. It wraps around her like a shroud, suffocating, heavy. It's in these moments that the absence echoes loudest. The house is empty, the future uncertain. She sits down at the kitchen table, the one where you used to do your homework, where we had family dinners, where you told me about your dreams and aspirations. Now it's just her and the memories. She reaches for the sugar bowl, the one with the chipped handle that you always said you'd fix. And in that moment, the silence breaks. It's replaced by a cacophony of memories. Your laughter, your footsteps, your voice. She closes her eyes, trying to hold on to these sounds, to the feeling of having you here. She remembers the day you left. You were so sure of yourself, of your purpose. You hugged her goodbye, promising to come back as soon as you could. How many times have you promised her that? And she believed you then, and now she believes you now. And deep down, even though fear gnaws at her heart, she knows you'll come back. She gets up, walks to the window. The curtains are drawn, but the moonlight filters through, casting long shadows on the floor. She looks out, searching for you in the darkness. Searching for the day when you'll walk through that door, when the silence will be broken, when the house will be filled with life again. Until then, she holds on to your promises, to the hope of your return, and to the unwavering love of a mother for her son. The next morning, sunlight streams through the kitchen window, illuminating motes dancing in the air. She wakes up early. Before the sun rises, she's already up, moving through the house with a quiet efficiency born of habit and heartache. In the solitude of the early morning, she finds comfort in the routine. Making the bed, checking the windows, locking the doors. each task a distraction from the gaping hole in her heart. She makes breakfast, 2 eggs over easy, a piece of toast with butter, just like you liked it. No ketchup. She remembers how you hated ketchup staining the pristine white tablecloth. Always insisted on eating it plain. With a faint smile, she clears the table, the dishes clattering softly. Too loud in the stillness. She cleans slowly, methodically, as if in a dream, her mind wandering to you. She pictures you in your uniform, strong and resolute, carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. A pang of fear pierces her heart. Are you okay? Is this the closest she'll ever get to an answer? She pulls herself together, shaking off the fear. You wouldn't want me to worry, she whispers to the empty room. As the day progresses, the loneliness seeps in. It clings to her like a shroud, making each room echo with your absence. She finds herself talking to you, sharing her day, her fears, her hopes, and in the silence that follows, she hears your laughter, your footsteps, the echo of your voice. She goes to your room, the sanctuary of memories. She runs her fingers along the faded wallpaper, traces the outline of the posters on your walls. Here a lock of your hair, your report card with its proud red stamps, your first drawing, a crayon masterpiece of a stick figure family. She cries. Tears stream down her face, mingling with the dust motes dancing in the sunbeams. As evening descends, she stands by the window, watching the sunset paint the sky in hues of orange and purple. You once told her that sunsets were your favorite part of the day. She remembers you running to her, breathless with excitement, pointing to the sky. Look, Mom, isn't that beautiful? She turns away from the window, wiping the tears from her cheeks. The night draws in, bringing with it the chill of fear and uncertainty. She curls up on the sofa, pulling a blanket around her shoulders. The TV noise is on, but she isn't really listening. Her thoughts drift to you, wondering about your day, hoping for a safe return. Suddenly a noise startles her. A car backfire, a dog barking, a branch scraping against the window. Her heart pounds. Was that you? Had you come home? Then the disappointment washes over her, leaving her drained and weary. As sleep finally claims her, she murmurs a prayer, a silent plea for your safety. In the darkness, she holds on to hope, the promise of dawn, and the unwavering bond of a mother's love. If you would like to send an original letter to letters@thedieline.com, we may read it here. Our only request is that you include a little bit about where the inspiration for your letter came from. If you don't feel comfortable sharing that with us, we totally understand. We just thought it might be interesting for other people to hear, what inspired your story. And if you'd like to support the work we do, head over to our website. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.